listening to How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Fein and Sean Miller, breaking down betting into 4 categories to help you stay ahead of the game, sharing their thoughts, opinions, and analysis on how to bet it, where to bet it, and who to bet on. Now here are your hosts, Daryl Fein and Sean Miller.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Bet or HowToBet.com podcast. I am Daryl Fein. He's Sean the Genius Miller, and he is Neri Rodriguez, and it is March Madness time. We already broke down the West region. Remember, you watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, the like button. We always appreciate that. Leave us comments. We're good with that, too, whether it's good or bad. Maybe we have some merchandise we can give you. If you want some, ask for it. We'll get it out to you. But, yes, it is March Madness time. We broke down the West already. Now let's take a look at the South region. And it's the number 1 seed, the 2 seed overall, but the number 1 seed in the South. That is the Arizona Wildcats, who won the Pac-12. And Sean, they're going to play the winner of Bryant-Wright State. It doesn't matter who they play in this one. Bryant, by the way, has the leading scorer in the country in Peter Kiss, but he can get his 25, but it's not going to matter, and it would be a challenge for him to get 25.
They score if they get past.
It'll be tough. That Arizona team, man, they got guards and they got bigs.
I've been on them for months and months and months. Obviously I want North Carolina to win, but my head says Arizona is the best team in the tournament. And they've been under the radar. I mean, it's really hard to say the number 2 team in the country all year is under the radar, but they were plus 1,300, plus 1,500 to win this tournament a month ago, and these odds keep going down and down and down and down and down. And it's going to be their path is interesting.
Is it? I mean, I think they're set up pretty well. What we're going to take a look again. Remember, we're just breaking it down tonight. We're just giving you who's playing who. But on Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll have it out there. You can go to howtobet.com on YouTube, and that's when we're going to break it down. We're going to give you the winners with the lines. So remember,
I think you got Tennessee and Houston. I mean, Houston went to the Final Four last year. You got Tennessee, who's pretty good. I mean, at some point, they might have to face those 2 teams.
Yes. No, they're going to be challenged. They're going to be challenged for
path,
sure.
Little tougher path than Gonzaga is going to have to face.
Hey, remember this as well. When you go to howtobet.com, there is various sportsbook around the country that have promotions. We are, though, specializing. We have a couple promotions that you should really take a look at. We have a FanDuel promotion, and we have a Betfred promotion exclusively here on our howtobet.com breakdown of March Madness. So get there now, get there early, get there often, and take advantage. Free money, man.
Bet $5, get $150 in site credits, and then obviously the Betfred promo. Your first 3 $30 bets you make, you're going to get $100 free bets on those. So you're getting $300 worth of free bets. So it's
free money,
and though you could turn that money into a lot of money. I mean, that's a couple times during football season. I think we talked about that, and you turn some of these. You got the prop plays, and there's so much stuff you can bet. You could turn it into $1,000 pretty quickly.
Take advantage of that. All right, so let's go to that 8-9 game. The winner of this game will play Arizona unless there's an upset for the ages. Like I said, out in San Diego, Seton Hall and TCU. Willard he'll run that Seton Hall team. He's done a nice job with that club. Jamie Dixon on the TCU side, he's done a nice job. This is pretty much an even game. This Seton Hall TCU game. I think when people fill out the brackets, it's going to be pretty much split down the middle, and I guess it should be when it's an 8-9 game.
And I was watching the ESPN show, and Dick Vitale was talking about how Xavier was like robbed of a bid. They're 8-11 in the big, like they're 8-11, like they went 13. Like I
don't agree.
I mean, some of these teams that get in, like Marquette got in at a decent seed. I mean, Seton Hall, they went 21-10 overall and 11-8 in that league. So
we're going to get to a team that I really didn't think deserved to get in. We're going to get to them in a few minutes. For sure. Let's take a look at the 5-12 game. There's a lot of upsets in the 5-12 game each year. throughout the history of March Madness. I don't see it here. Houston Cougars, man, they're good. They're a good team. Kelvin Sampson has his team playing well. They once again won the conference, the AAC conference, beating up Memphis soundly. Last year they did it to Cincinnati. They just beat the snot out of them in the championship. They're getting a UAB team, won Conference USA, but I don't think maybe a different team, but it's not a good matchup for them here.
Scored 102 points in that Middle Tennessee win.
Yeah, the Blazers are a nice team, 22-9, but it's not a good matchup for them against Houston. Agreed?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think.
Neri, you think UAB has a shot?
Pretty hot now, 27-7, and they're 1-7 in a row.
Understood.
So,
Neri, you think UAB has a shot against this Houston Cougar team?
UAB's gone on a nice little run here, but honestly, if anyone's going to give Arizona a run here in this bracket, I think it's going to be Houston. I like that team. Whether or not, they will, that's unsure. But I think if anybody in this bracket is going to take it to Arizona, give them a game, it's going to be Houston.
Let's take a look at the 4-13 game. Illinois, the Fighting Illini, Chattanooga. This is going to be one of those upset specials that people are going to take. I'm not so sure. I think Illinois is going to be too big for Chattanooga, but you never know. Chattanooga is another good team, 27-7. The Illini, they've underachieved a lot this season. They started off strong. It looked like they were going to be one of those teams. Of course, they have a big inside game with Cockburn, but all in all, they probably get past as well. But a lot of people, like I said,
Chattanooga had the big, the buzzer beater, and I just want to say this about every year, the Big Ten. If we compare this to New Jersey basketball, where I cover the games, the Big Ten is like the GMC conference. They always got good seeds. They always got good records. They beat up on each other all year, and then they never do anything.
I agree. I mean, they have not fared well.
Do anything in the tournament. This Illinois team, even if it beats Tennessee, Chattanooga, and I think it could be an interesting game. I don't think they do anything because the thing is, when you're filling out your brackets, this is just a little bit of a bracket kind of a thing here. If you don't think Illinois can beat Houston, like if you think Houston is going to make a run to the Sweet 16, you're almost better off taking a chance with Tennessee, Chattanooga here, because if they lose, if you lose the game, you're only losing a point. If they win and nobody has them, you gain a point. There's
where you win. Genius strategy.
You might be where you win, because I don't think Illinois beats you. If you think Illinois could make a run to the fight, to face Arizona, then you got to take them. But like if you think Houston, which Final Four team, if you think they're that good, you might take a shot with Tennessee, Chattanooga, because they're hot and they another one of these teams that played well this year.
Interesting strategy. Let's take a look at the 11-6. Now this game, I don't think Michigan belongs. 17-14. I know they had some quality wins. They don't belong here, in my opinion. But they got in. They're going to take it on the Colorado State Rams. Colorado State playing very well. They won 25 games, 25-5. Now, I've said this about Syracuse. Syracuse, of course, didn't get in this year. Finally, I've said this about Syracuse about 17 years in a row, that they didn't belong, and then they go on a run and they get to the Elite Eight or Final Four. But I don't think this Michigan team belongs at 17-14, and I don't think they get past Colorado State here.
I'm going to tell you something else too. I know you like this Tennessee team, but this Colorado State team is 25. That league. I said this once again for months. The Mountain West, they beat each other up, and it's a good league. The Pac-12. It's a good league. These teams, they play at night and on the East Coast. I mean, it's late. A lot of people don't get to see them play, but this is a dangerous team.
They were an undefeated team for quite some time. They were one of the last undefeated teams.
There's a lot of people
in the nation.
I think there's a lot of people that think maybe they could make a run to the Sweet 16 and maybe even
they are a 6 seed. It's not like the NCAA tournament committee, felt like they were just pushover. They're 6 seed.
Yeah, no.
So now they
gave them a 6 seed, right? And then Boise State, who won the league, got the got an 8 seed, which is it, because I just think they maybe gave a little bit more credit to Colorado State, maybe the schedule and stuff they played.
Yeah, strength of schedule is a factor here. Now let's go to that 3-14 game. Longwood, a nice team, but I was really impressed with the run Tennessee made through that SEC tournament. I think that's a team with a lot of value. You can get them to go to the Final Four. We'll talk about that a little later, but you can get great value with them. I do like the Volunteers. They played very well. Watch out for them. They already beat Arizona earlier in the season. I say watch out for that team. I don't think Longwood has a chance here.
I think Tennessee's very good. I just every time I'm filling my bracket out, you're always like looking. You're like, man, because there's somebody's gonna get beat early.
Yeah,
it's like who's
I
it
just
gonna
don't
be?
think. I just don't think.
Probably be
Tennessee
Duke.
and Longwood.
Oh, I hope.
It'll probably be Duke.
Hope and pray, man.
Talk about hope.
That
and
league
pray.
is good. I mean, that league is, Gardner Webb, Winthrop is always a good team.
It's
There's
just
some
not.
good,
They're running into it. They're running into
26-6 and 8 wins in a row. So
but they're running into a tough Tennessee.
Yeah, no, it's tough when you look at this. Maybe.
Speaking of a prayer,
Oh.
Sister Jean, the 10 seed, going against Ohio State, one of those Big Ten teams you're talking about, a 7 seed. Again, these are going to be one of those brackets that when you fill out your brackets, I think more people than not will have Loyola Chicago moving on to beat Ohio State. Ohio State team that, again, a little bit underachieved at 19-11. They had some injury problems, but at 19-11, a little underachieved.
I'll tell you what, though, that kid EJ Lytle is
Lytle's
good.
very good. Yes,
he's a good player, and
Lytle's very good. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing too. And you look at this, Villanova's the 2 seed, and I know it's 2016, 2018.
I don't think Tennessee should have been a 3 seed. I think they should have been a 2 seed.
Yep. I think Tennessee got that whoever wins this Ohio State Loyola game could be in the Sweet 16. I mean, I'm not sold on Villanova.
No, I'm not either. Now they're the 2 seed. They're going to get Delaware. They did keep Villanova out of the East, so they won't play in Philadelphia, where the East Sweet 16 will head. They'll have to go to San Antonio if they make it through. So they're not going to have any trouble with Delaware, but it certainly is. Either way, Ohio State or Loyola Chicago, a very interesting second game for Villanova.
Yeah, I agree. I think this Loyola Chicago team obviously is one of these another team. I mean,
different coach this year.
Yeah, very good. But this
still very good.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because once again, Big Ten. So you're like, fraud alert. That EJ. It's just crazy. I mean, and you look at some of these other, Purdue is the 3 seed, man. I'm looking at them. I'm like,
Purdue's good. Good. Ivy. We'll get to them in a little bit. But, all right, so there is the South. Remember, you on YouTube, hit that like button, the notification bell, subscribe. Please subscribe. And, we appreciate that. Leave comments. Go down, leave comments. Go to howtobet.com. That's where you have to go, howtobet.com. Go there. There you're going to find exclusive offers from sports books around the country, including 2 big ones that we have. We have FanDuel and Betfred exclusive offers at howtobet.com for March Madness. So get there now. Get there early and often. You won't be sorry. They're giving you money. When we come back, we're going to break down the Midwest. We'll do it after this. Go to howtobet.com or howtobet.com podcast.